Hello, nerdlings. Glad you guys could join me on Saturday at 10 a.m. That means you probably didn't go out and party last night if you're awake listening to me. You know what? Let me change these up. We'll start with, as always, with Zia Comics. Boom. All right. News with Zia Comics. What do we have going on new? You know what? Let me see. I don't even remember what's going on today. Let me look at the calendar because we usually have something cool going on Sundays. Every Sunday, something new. And my computer is running so slow. Okay, today is the second. Oh, I haven't made the calendar yet. Looks like it's first Sunday of the month, so it's going to be paint and take. So you guys can come down and paint up a mini. We provide for the buy-in cost is usually about $5. You get your mini, and we provide all the paint and the brushes and the instruction on how do you make that miniature look lifelike. What else we have going on at Zia Comics? I'm working on getting some in-store signings. Sylvia, good morning to you too. You're one of those people like me who didn't party last night, I guess. So yeah, working on getting some in-store signings. That's more difficult than you would think, getting people to come to Las Cruces. My hat looks all crooked on this video, doesn't it? Maybe my head just crooked. Okay. We got the normal stuff going. Every Friday we have Friday Night Magic. We get a pretty good turnout for that. It's kind of we'll play anything you guys have enough people, any format you have enough people to support. Typically, it's Commander. Commander's the more economical format to play right now because you try to play standard, you got to keep up with all the new cards, and that gets pretty expensive. Commanders, I don't believe there's any rules from Wizards of the Coast for Commander. Is kind of homebrew, make your own rules. And we just you come in, you pay your entry fee, $6. You get 2 booster packs plus whatever promo cards we have while supplies last that Wizard sends to us. And you just kind of go in, and it's free for all, play however you want. Nothing real organized. We used to do a lot of competitive stuff, and it brought out the worst in people. So we lean more toward just people having fun. That's what Friday Night Magic was for, man. Come in, you play with Magic against some other people, and you have fun. Not these guys who just come in and grind and try to get as much as they can. They take the fun out of it, man. They suck all the fun out of the room. Hey, morning, Ray. What else we have? Every Saturday, game night. We just had that last night. It was, the Space Festival is going on here in town, I think, this whole week. It's usually around Yuri Gagarin's birthday, if I remember correctly. And they have a bunch of space-based thing, the spaceport out there. They have a bunch of space-based stuff going on around town. We did that last night with the game night. It was all space-based games. So Danny brought out all his space-based games, and they had a pretty good time. And it's free. Game night's always free. And, every Wednesday we have New Comic Book Day. It's always the new stuff comes out on Wednesday. DC allows you now to do it on Tuesday, but we don't want to have 2 New Comic Book Days, so we just kept it all Wednesday. So Wednesday's our New Comic Book Day. And then first Saturday in May, it's coming around again. Free Comic Book Day, man. We're going to have Free Comic Book Day. Zia Comics for Saturday in May. Let me look at my calendar. I do not remember what actual day. Looks like the 6th. 6th of May, Free Comic Book Day. So we got a bunch of them in already. They start sending them early. We're going to start at 2 p.m. because the farmers market goes until 2 p.m. And if you have the farmers market crowd coupled with our crowd, it becomes very hectic and unmanageable. So we decided, you know what, we'll wait. We'll do it from 2 to 5. We stop at 5 because at 5 p.m. we've got the board game guys coming in and doing game night. So I would suggest coming closer to the time we start because there are a limited number of those free comics, and once they're gone, they're pretty much gone. So, I would, if you're looking for something specific, I would say come as close to 2 as you can. If not, you can wait closer to the end around 4, 4:30 or so, pick up some comics, hang around downtown, then come and play some free board games on board game night. My eyes are rolling up because I'm thinking. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else coming up for Zia Comics. I know you guys are probably wanting to hear about the Alamogordo location. Um, I've been posting some videos here and there whenever I get up there. I've got to go next week. We're getting our fire department inspection for our business license, plus a couple of deliveries. So once we get the business license, I can get the POS software put in place, and then we can start transferring product from the Cruza store over to the Alamogordo store. The Alamogordo store will not have play space. It's just going to be retail only. So, if we're not going to have like Friday Night Magic and stuff like that, it's just going to be straight retail. Let's see what we got here. Lorenzo is. Good morning. Good morning, Lorenzo. So, we're targeting sometime in May, hopefully, for the grand opening at Alamogordo. We got. I talked to a couple people yesterday about attending our grand opening in Alamogordo. Alamogordo doesn't typically get a lot of, uh, cool special guest stuff, but we're going to try to change that. I believe that might be it for Cruces Zia Comics. Let's move to Las Cruces Comic Con real quick. That's going, like I said, not much new on that. It's happening in the convention center. We're taking up the whole convention center. We're going to be able to put, we're still looking at the cars were a big hit. I think everybody enjoyed the cars, especially the way we had it where they had to, while you're waiting in line, you went through the area with the cars. We're changing the layout because you got to come in the other way now since we're using the whole convention center. We're looking at how we're going to lay the cars out. We'll probably be meeting more with the convention center closer to that time. I want to thank everybody who came to Las Cruces Comic Con last year. You guys came. You came out in force, and you guys dropped some cash at the concessions. And when you do that, that makes the convention center much more amenable to the things we want to do. Because their attitude from last year to this year, night and day, man. You guys did about so much concessions. They were like, "Hey, we want you to come back, and we're going to give you this deal." And they were very, very agreeable to most of the things we wanted. So sorry about that barking. I'm doing this from home, and that's my puppy. So yeah, the Cruces one is going to be. We're going to blow it out and make it bigger. I think we had 60 some booths, vendor booths. In 2022. This year is going to be it's over 110, 112, something like that. So it's hush. There's going to be a lot more vendors, a lot more cool stuff. The commission did a real great job of theming the concessions around comic book stuff, which was kind of cool. It's a nice little touch. So yeah, haven't got any guests yet for Las Cruces Comic Con. That's not until August. So we're gonna concentrate first on El Paso coming up in a couple weeks, and then after that we have Anime El Paso. I don't have a graphic like this made up yet. I probably should get on that. Yeah, Anime El Paso. You guys, anime is the hottest thing right now. You guys have proven that you love anime a lot. If you pay attention to cosplays, a big portion of them are anime related. There's been a couple other anime events around town that have just been blowing up. And every time we have the con, people always ask us to bring more anime guests. Well, or voice actors. Same, they voice actors and anime. Some of the voice actors do um, video games as well. But we for El Paso Comic Con, we try to cover as big a genre of people, not genre, a bigger demographic of people. So we try to include every genre. But we've had so much requests for anime, we decided let's do an anime event. People are wanting it, so we decided let's just do one completely focused on anime, which is where Anime El Paso started. Sivia. My partying last night was just catching up on all the Law and Order shows. They're starting Red Rose on Netflix. Dude, there are so many Law and Order shows. You're going to be binging for a while. They had Law and Order, everything. Uh, yeah, I don't feel for you. That's a lot of binging. Anyway, back to Anime El Paso. We had the lineup. The lineup's pretty much done. We added Robbie Damon and Max Mittelman. They're all on the website now. We have a pretty strong lineup, man, for anime. So I'm hoping that pulls a lot of people. Um, we got a lot of flack from haters. There's always haters out there, and they were, oh well, it's just going to be El Paso Comic Con Part Two. Wrong, you're wrong. It's not. There's going to be some stuff that is the same, but it's a different animal. We're bringing in, we've got Neko or Neko Squared, however you want to say it, the Maid Host Club. So we will have a maid cafe, and they're also going to do a anime type inspired escape room. So we got that. We're working on doing an idol show. Um, and for people who aren't in know, it's basically the people get up in costume and they lip sync to their favorite anime and act out, choreograph to their favorite anime songs. So that's different. Of course, there will be a costume contest, of course, because it's anime lends itself to cosplay. So yeah, those are the same. El Paso Comic Con will have a costume contest too. Um, we have talked to the venue, and they are going to make some Japanese inspired concessions. So it's not going to be just normal concessions you get at a con. They're going to do anime stuff. They've been talking about sushi and noodles and ramen and stuff. We're looking at having a ramen eating contest, like Naruto. So we're trying to do all the anime event related things. So if any of the haters tried to tell you that it's just going to be a second El Paso Comic Con, you can tell them no, they're wrong. They're wrong. Quit being a hater. And if you don't like it, then don't come in. Vote with your dollars, because if it doesn't go well, we won't do another one. But I'm thinking it's going to do really well. Anime is so huge. Jamie Hamilton got her VIP tickets for Anime Fest. Yay! Thank you, Jamie. I'm so excited for the lineup. I cried when I saw Bryce Pattenberg. Bryce is just an amazing guy, man. I've talked to him a few times, and I've been begging him for a couple years to come to one of my events, and he finally got tired of me begging, and he gave in, and so he will be at Anime El Paso. But look at the other ones too, man. There's some decent heavy hitters in that lineup. Look at Robbie Damon. Look at Max Miniman. Look at Lucy. I mean, there's so many of the big uh, popular people that are going to be at Anime El Paso. I think it's going to do well. I really do. Um, so after Anime El Paso, that's when we have the big break, and there's going to be Las Cruces Comic Con, which I already covered. And then after Las Cruces Comic Con, we have El Paso Horror Fest in October. Don't have anybody booked for that one yet, because it's still toward the end of the year. Been talking to a few people and got a few maybes, and some of those maybes I got, I think you guys will be very, very happy with. Yeah, I just leave it at that. I don't want to jinx it. So yeah, then the Horror Fest is at the end of the year in October. We were going to do a wrestling event, but we did get the contract from the venue in time, and that was going to be July. I didn't want to throw stuff together, and we were running some issues. So we might have a wrestling event next year. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. Um, Is that all the I'm sorry, I'm looking at my whiteboard. Yeah, I guess we can move over to El Paso Comic Con. Okay. I'm going to have to get wet my whistle real quick because I'm going to have a lot for this one. Yeah, unfortunately, you guys saw that Patrick Warburton had to cancel. He had some professional commitments he had to take care of. More than likely filming, which is good because we want to see him in more movies and TV stuff. Um, I don't know what he's working on. If I had to guess, I would say probably something with Venture Brothers. I think they're bringing something out for that. Or, who knows? He can't make it. He made us a little video saying he couldn't. Savia, so excited for Horror Fest. Trust me, there have been plenty of us that have been waiting for something like that in our borderland. You've actually had a horror type event in the borderland before. Um, I want to say, was it Winterfest or something? There was one on, and then you guys had Southwest Horror something. Um, both of them, I don't think they made it more than a couple years. Um, we're, we know that horror is big in this area. Horror is big in this area, so we want to blow that out, and we want to bring in some really good names from the horror genre. Um, Hopefully, we'll start getting some people signed, and we can make those announcements. But right now, just got a lot of maybes. Uh, Back to El Paso Comic Con. Like I said, Patrick Warburton had to cancel. Haven't announced it yet, but we did have one more cancellation. Stephen Ogg is also filming overseas right now and is not able to make it. So that announcement will be going up here later today. Stephen Ogg will not be at El Paso Comic Con. Hopefully, he'll be able to make one of our future events. But like I said, those guys who cancel, they do it for a reason. Professional commitments. They make a crap ton more money doing their new movies and TV shows than they do coming to a con. And honestly, I would rather see them make more movies and TV shows. So, so we can see them more. I'm not so greedy that I want them to lose money, come to my guy. They're not going to do that. But I'm happy they're still working, and I'm happy that they're popular and they actually still have professional work. That's always a good thing, man. So Patrick Warburton and Stephen Ogg are not going to be there. But we did make a couple of additions. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement earlier. Sam Jones, the Flash Gordon, Sam Jones, will be at El Paso Comic. I believe this is going to be his first appearance in El Paso. We had him for an in-store signing here in Las Cruces, and he had a pretty big line, man. Dude was popular. So I expect him to be pretty popular here at El Paso Comic Con as well. Great with the fans. He has got no shortage of stories he can tell you. Great storyteller. Just an all-around great guy. So Sam Jones going to be in El Paso Comic Con. We will have Flash Gordon. We will have Flash Gordon in El Paso. Also, I just added this morning Patricia Patz, who is the voice of Peppermint Patty in the Peanuts cartoons. She's going to be in the Superheroes in Training booth. That booth does not appear on the map yet. We made a space for them. They're getting a quad, but Patricia Patz will be in their booth doing signings and signing pics, and I believe she has some Funko Pops and what have you. Superheroes in Training have been with us before. They brought Kevin Coogan, I believe, from he was one of the voices on Fox and Hound, and I believe he was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. So yeah, she will be there in the Superheroes in Training booth. Lisa Grant, I don't know if you've covered this, but what about advertising? I haven't seen any billboards, flyers, or anything really. I don't know what to tell you. We spend buku bucks on advertising. We were in El Paso yesterday, and I saw a couple of our. We're on the digital billboards. They're not static, so it rotates through ads. I saw our ad a couple times. They're running our ad on the digital screen in front of the convention center. We're in the Army Times or the Sound Off. We got a couple full page ads there. Um, we're going we're going to be our ads for 102.1 Power. I think start this week or this coming week. Same thing with 103.1 here in Las Cruces. Um, so yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how much we advertise. There's still people who seem to not see it. I mean, if you have ideas of other better places for us to advertise, please let me know. We're always looking for good advertising things. We're going to start doing an online push here this coming week, also. Through all the social medias. If TikTok is still around, we'll be doing a push through TikTok. Probably going to try a YouTube push also. So yeah, I mean, we're always looking for good places to advertise. Print media usually doesn't translate well for us. We've tried it in the past, except for like monthly things like the Army Times. If you get a full page, it does that. So yeah, I mean, we're advertising all over the place. And I've had other people tell me they've seen advertisements. I've seen them. I've heard them on the radio. I don't get the Army Times, so I can't tell you about that one. They send us a copy of it, when we run an ad in there. So I've seen it, but I don't go to base and pick it up. So I mean, any idea you have for good advertising spot that's going to get in front of a bunch of nerds' eyes? Let me know, because we're always open for advertising. I like that. How can I Oh, this hat. I bought this online. It was one of those deals where you buy 6 trucker hats or something for a set price. So I bought them for El Paso Comic Con, Las Cruces Comic Con, and Zia Comics. And I took one for myself out of each stack. The rest of them are in the store, man. So if you go to Zia Comics and Las Cruces, you will be able to buy your own El Paso Comic Con hat, Las Cruces Comic Con hat, or Zia Comics hat. So I've been seeing advertisements. Good. I'm glad, but like I said, it all depends on where you go around town. All the billboards. If you drive a lot, you'll probably see 1 or 2 of our billboards, the digital ones, as they rotate through. If you don't do a lot of driving around town, and you don't listen to the radio a lot, or read Army Times or any of those other periodicals, then yeah, that might be why you're not seeing them. But like I said, we're going to do a social media push. And if you're watching me here, then you're more than likely on social media. So you'll start seeing those. Like I said, we're going to do a push on TikTok and YouTube and probably through Facebook and Twitter. So you should start seeing them. Have you thought about flyers for business? I have a ton of customers I tell about Epcot. Thank you for telling everybody. But they always do better with attendance with flyers or other events. We've made thousands upon thousands of flyers. Destination El Paso, who will be set up at the event, they're going to bring in Amigo, their little mascot, the sun. I shouldn't say little. It's a big guy. Their mascot, he's going to be floating around at El Paso Comic Con. So yeah, we make flyers, and we put them in as many places as we can. A lot of the events have Destination El Paso. I think they put some in the airport. They put some in all their information kiosks that they have around town. And all the businesses we can think of, we go around and give them flyers, little postcard flyers to hand out. We've given out posters. We've given out actual single day ticket vouchers to businesses to give away as they see fit. So I mean, yeah, we're doing all that. It's just El Paso is a big city, I guess, and it's just some people are slipping through the cracks and not seeing them. But uh, yeah, Lisa, if you know somebody who wants flyers and doesn't have them contact me. I'll bring them down and set them up in their business. Jamie, is El Paso Comic Con Facebook page back, or is there a link for a new one? No. Yes, no, and yes. The old El Paso Comic Con Facebook page got hacked back in January, along with our email and something, and I think it's Twitter. We got everything back except Facebook. Facebook is impossible to work with. They don't care. Um, there's nobody live to talk to. Only thing they do is keep referring you back to these steps to take, and we've taken all those steps, and it ain't working, man. Uh, they hacked it. Somebody in Vietnam got in. They removed us as admin off of the Facebook page. They changed the email. They changed the phone number and everything. So none of those recovery steps will work. And did some research. We're not the only ones, man. Check, just Google it. A lot of people are getting their stuff hacked. Some people have had their pages gone for over a year, and Facebook just they don't care. They don't care. But let me show you what you can do. Let me do a share screen here. We're gonna do a window. I'm gonna do this one. Share. So, are you guys seeing my face? Whoa! If you go to the old El Paso Comic Con page, you see they've even changed it to Lionel Messi fans, and they've been deleting posts. But if you click on these three little dots, you can go to find support or report page. You're going to report, no, it's not false information. Scam and fake pages, pretending to be scam fake pages, pretending to be another business. And you type in El Paso Comic Con. The one that pops up with our logo right there is the one, and just report it. Maybe if they get enough reports, they wow, were you guys able to follow that? That went down a rabbit hole in that. If it gets enough reports, maybe they'll eventually respond to it. But I mean, we had 28,000. I'm looking at now 28,000 people on that Facebook page, and the new one we started, El Paso Comic Con #2. We're trying to build it up. It's only got like 300 or 400 right now. So yeah, please go report it every morning. If they get overwhelming bunch of reports, they will hopefully respond to it. Where can I get some flyers? Well, I don't want to give them out to individual people, but if you just have those businesses contact me or whatever, and we can go and drop them. A lot of businesses don't want third-party ads, flyers, or stuff in their business. A lot of them will tell you yes until you walk out the door. Then they throw them in the trash. I've seen that. Um, I mean, it's really kind of they act kind of weird about it. But we have them in a lot of places, Lisa. Um, El Paso. Okay, I told you Patricia Patz, voice of Peppermint Patty, will be in the Superheroes in Training booth. Superheroes in Training is bringing a second celebrity to sit in her booth. Robert Mukes from House of a Thousand Corpses, and he's been in quite a few horror things. He will be in the Superheroes in Training booth as well. And the guy told me that he's going to be in costume on Saturday. I asked him which costume. Let's see if he's answered. I'm sorry, I'm checking the email. Oh, he did answer. Okay, Robert Mukes, he played Rufus Firefly in Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses. He'll be dressed up in his bloody sheriff's costume. There you go. So Robert Mukes will be in his bloody sheriff's costume on Saturday at El Paso Comic Con in the Superheroes in Training booth. Now their booth, like I said, it's not on the map yet. I need to add it because it was a late addition. They're going to be back as you walk in. If you go back to the left, we call it our entertainment area, where we usually have the replica vehicles set up, and the Ghostbusters, the Star Wars, what have you. Um, that's where they're going to be. Dogma Grief, like you're talking about. That. Yep, signed by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith. Yeah, I'm a stan for Kevin Smith, so oh well. Um, so yeah, Robert Mukes and Patricia Patz, late additions to the event and the Superheroes and Training booth. Sam Jones will be in Celebrity Row. Flash Gordon, Sam Jones, or Ted. Do a party. Don't think any of those three are going to be doing photo ops. They'll probably do selfies with you there at their booths and stuff. Sam Jones will be doing a panel, so you'll get a Flash Gordon panel. The schedule should be up. I'm pretty sure I put the schedule up, so that's there. One change: we used to run 2 panel rooms. We did the El Paso room and the Juarez room. We're no longer doing 2 panel rooms. All the panels will be in the Juarez room on the left as you come in. And for El Paso Comic Con, when you come in to the right, the El Paso room. I'm saying right, my hand's pointing the other way because it's mirror imaged. The El Paso room, we decided this year to set up some round top tables and stuff in there, just make it a seating area, because over the past few years we've noticed people get tired from you're walking. Like when people come to a con, they don't just it's not like a home show or a garden show or what have you. They don't come in, do a lap, and then go, hey, you know what, we're done, let's go get lunch. If you come to a con, you typically stay there all day. You want to see a panel, you want to go see the cars, you want to hang out with your friends, you want to be, especially if you're in cosplay, you want to be seen. Duh. So and you get tired from walking around all day. I know I've been there. I've been on the other side. I've been the attendee. I've been the cosplay guy, and it gets tiring. And there's only a few seats that they have out in the hallway, and once those are taken, people will sit anywhere. Man, you just want to take a load off, so they'll sit on the steps, they'll sit on the floor. And it actually kind of makes a fire hazard, and it's not real conducive to foot traffic flow. So we're setting up tables and stuff in the El Paso room so you can go in there and sit. Or if you bought something from concessions, and the concessions doesn't have any place for you to sit because they moved where they're doing it. They're doing it back by the kitchen now. There won't be any place to sit. So you can get your stuff. Go sit in the El Paso room, man. Sit down, eat, take a load off. BS with your friends a little bit. Share pictures that you've taken. We're trying to make the experience better for you guys. And trust me, at the convention center, you pay for every room, every chair, every table, every pipe, every drape, every table cover. Everything at the venue has a cost. So we're still paying for that room, but we think it's better used, and you people, all the attendees, will have a better experience if they have a place to sit and rest and possibly eat their concessions, and if you sit down and rest, get a breather, then you can get up, go out again. And some people, if you're old like me, man, sitting on that floor, the sitting down part's not hard, is the getting back up. So now you'll have a chair and table set. John, good morning. I have a question. Are you guys selling con shirts? There will be some shirts. Most of them that we get are included in the VIP package. I believe does the weekend package get t-shirt? I don't think the weekend does, no. But the VIPs will get the t-shirt. Anything left over after the VIPs are fulfilled will be for sale. Yeah, so possibly, more than likely, there will be some left. We'll also have some of the water tumblers will be for sale. The plushies that aren't used to fulfill VIP will be for sale. The lanyards, but anything that's left over after we fulfill VIP is what we put over on the merch table to sell. So I won't guarantee it, John, but 90% sure, yeah, there'll probably be some shirts left over. There usually are. And we got a new. I don't remember what the pin looks like. I saw it earlier, sitting around here somewhere. Every year, with the pin designs, we try to make a new design to kind of make them collectible if you want. So every year is different. And this year's is cute. I wish I could remember what we used. I just remember it was cute. But that's neither here nor there. The VIP, like I said, I think it's worth it because you get all the swag. Let me look. We got a T-shirt, a pin. You get the swag bag. You get the water tumbler. You get the VIP badge. You're gonna get the plushie, uh, and the lanyard. And the lanyards we kind of change every year too. Plus, you get front of the line access for autographs and photo ops, and the venue is supposed to allow you front of line access for concessions, and you'll get invited to the VIP party on Friday night, which this year we moved it hotel, out of the hotel, and it's over in the Alcantar Sky Garden. So if you don't know where that's at, if you cross the street, like you're going to the hotel, on the left, if you go around the corner, there's the Plaza Theater. You go just past the box offices, and there's a little door there. Well, that door takes you to an elevator that will take you up to the Alcantar Sky Garden. And it's that when you're walking over there, if you see that one little area with seating that you've always wondered what's up there, that's what it is the Alcantar Sky Garden. So you have a pretty decent view of parts of the city from up there. It's going to be open air. We're going to have a magician. He's going to come around. He's going to be doing magic for everybody. So still doing early pickup for swag. Thursday during setup, you can come over to the convention center. We'll be there, and you can pick up your weekend or VIP. And Friday up until opening, maybe about an hour or two before opening, because we'll have to get everything ready. You can do pickup then too. What else for El Paso Comic Con? That might be it for El Paso Comic Con. And don't forget, we're as long as, in addition to, is what I'm trying to say, the celebrity featured guest will have some artists as well. Brett Booth, current DC Comics artist extraordinaire, is going to be there. He's going to be doing a very limited amount of commissions because he's still a working DC Comics artist, so he's going to be busy. We're going to have local boy Raymond Gay, who, if you don't know, now's a good time to look him up. Guy is Asplodin. He's been working with McFarlane on Spawn. He's done a couple of Spawn covers. He's been working Ninja Turtle stuff. He did some Last Ronin. A very humble guy. We talked to him yesterday at Bel Air Comic Con, Big Red Comic Con at Bel Air High School. Is what I should say. And he is he's just a great guy. I think he doesn't realize how good he is. I don't think he's realized that he's actually hit that next tier, man. He's that good. We're gonna have Jay Photos. He does a lot of 68 zombie stuff, Godzilla. He does a lot. Jay Photos, we've had him before, and he's always just been amazing. People love him, and he's really great with the fans. We're bringing in Kristen Kiltastic, cosplayer. She's going to be running our costume contest. And I believe she's in a running right now for Cosplay Star. So look her up. Look up Kristen Kiltastic, and I'm sure she has links all over her social media to go and vote for her. Do her a favor, man. Go and vote for her. That way you can say, if she wins, you can say, hey, the Cosplay Star winner was at my hometown con. But she'll be doing the costume contest. Signups will be day of. We've tried to take signups early before, and it's backfired. People will sign up and take away a spot, and then on the last day, oh well, I didn't finish my costume, so I'm just not going to show. They no regard or respect for other people. So we just moved it to day of signups. You can go in. She's going to be right there in the front row as soon as you walk in. It's going to be Brett Booth, Raymond Gay, J Photos, Kristen Kiltastic. So you go right up there, say, hey, I want to sign up for the costume contest. It's going to be a limited number. We're doing adults, kids, and group. Those are going to be the three categories. And first, second, and third, I think, in each one of those. Simplifying it as much as we can. We tried to do it before with different categories and awarding craftsmanship. So it was too much of a headache. So we're just simple, man. Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. So we're doing adults, kids, groups. First, second, and third, each one of those. So there's going to be 9. We got the trophies already. It's going to be cash awards. It's going to be cool. So Saturday, if you're thinking about being in the costume contest, you might want to get in there as early as you can and get you signed up with her. Let's see. Danita, are vendors allowed to attend a VIP night? No. No, the VIP night is VIP only. Vendors do get some perks though. Vendors will get front of line access to autographs and photo ops, and they're supposed to get the same frontline access at concessions and I believe concessions is going to come around and ask people if they want to order also and bring it to your booth. They have in the past, and they said they're going to do it this year. We'll see, but they should, because we know you guys need to get back to your booth. Not everybody has a second person with them, or even if you do, if your booth is swamped, you're going to need both people, and we don't want you to lose your fanboy fangirl experience. So you get to jump the line and go and get that done. But you, as a vendor, you cannot attend the VIP party. It's VIP only, VIP and featured guests. That's the only ones that are allowed to attend the VIP party. So sorry. We actually, sponsors have come out of the woodwork this year. We've got a handful of sponsors. Most of those guys are going to be, if they have a booth set up, they're going to be set up in the lobby. Brad/Rubik's will be the sponsor of the costume contest, so they'll have their backdrop up on the stage. Who else? KTSM. Think they're still running it. You might want to go check. KTSM is doing a weekend and VIP type ticket giveaway, and they're going to roll some other stuff in there. So they were talking about, like a limo ride to the event and a bunch of other cool stuff. Let's see who else. Game Vault's going to be running the board game area on the floor. Albuquerque Golf and Games will be doing the video game stuff. I think they're coupling up with Mike D to they're going to bring in a bunch of video games where you can do a 1-hour pass or an all-day pass and just play all the games they got. I think I'm missing something. I think the Army paid. I think they're going to be there. Escalante Park will be there. Like I said, Destination El Paso. Lots and lots of. I'm really happy. The sponsors have I don't know where they came from this year. It's, before we begged people all around town and got nobody for sponsors, and then this year all of a sudden they're knocking on our door. So and I attribute that to you guys, the attendees. We had a good enough turnout that we're starting to turn heads. You guys are talking about us enough, around town that people are starting to get that in their head. Yesterday when we went to Bel Air, I keep saying Bel Air Comic Con, to Bel Air High School for the Big Red Comic Con. I was dressed up in my Ghostbusters outfit, and everywhere I had stopped to get gas, people were asking me about that. And we told them about El Paso Comic Con because I have my El Paso Comic Con shirt underneath there. On the way home, we stopped to get something to eat, and I still had on the Ghostbusters gear. I wasn't going to take the jumpsuit off. That's what I was wearing for the day. So I walked in to eat wearing that, and a lot of questions. And the first couple of years we did El Paso Comic Con, people would always ask, you would say El Paso Comic Con, like, oh, what's that? I even had some people say, oh, is that stand-up comedians? Now, when I say El Paso Comic Con around town, people know. They know what it is. Oh, yeah, we went last year. I know it. So, It took a while. It took a while, but we're building up the name and the recognition. So, hopefully soon everybody in El Paso, when you say El Paso Comic Con, they will know. And that's why we put the city name in it, man. You have these other places that, don't get me wrong, they're great events and they're cool names. But, if I say, hey, did you go to MegaCon? Where's, tell me, what city's MegaCon in? What city's Emerald City Comic Con in? I wanted something that had the city name in it, so it was immediately identifiable. Say El Paso Comic Con. Oh, that's in El Paso, duh. And when they Google, if you're looking for an event, like if I was looking for MegaCon, first I would type in MegaCon, or if I even knew what state it is, I'd be like MegaCon, Florida. If you do that with El Paso, you put it down El Paso comic event, we're going to pop up every time. Any event that's any kind of pop culture, and they put in El Paso in the search engine, we usually pop up in the top 10. So that's because of you guys. I thank you for helping get the name out, even if it's just through casual conversation with people. Anything else for El Paso Comic Con? No, I really wanted to cover the two cancellations, and you guys are hearing it here first. I haven't even announced it online yet about Stephen Ogg. It happens, man. It happens. I understand that you're disappointed. You're no more disappointed than we are. Patrick Warburton is, I sent him a contract for next year. He said he wants to come. So I'm just waiting for him to sign it and return it. So we're 99% sure Patrick Warburton will be here in 2024. Stephen Ogg, he's been so busy. I've only sporadically been able to get information from him, but he has expressed interest in coming. They want to come. It's not they don't want to come. It's just their jobs, man. They got to make movies and TV shows. So yeah, it sucks, but we still have a really good lineup of people, and I don't think you will be at a lack for something to do during the con. Sorry, my whiteboard is over there. That's why I'm looking over there, and I got a big whiteboard on the wall. It's probably about 4 foot by 4 foot, and that's where we put all the information. Yeah, I think that's it. So don't forget, El Paso Comic Con's coming up April 21st and 23rd. Shortly after that, we'll have Anime El Paso, June 10th and 11th. Then we get we get a little bit of a break. August will be Las Cruces Comic Con here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And then we get another small break. And then October, we will have El Paso Horror Fest. And then we get a break for the holidays and get to start all over again for 2024. So yeah, I mean, I have a lot of fun doing it. I love seeing because we have the balcony over the at the green room, just standing up there on the balcony and watching everybody having fun, and then seeing people post on social media about all the fun they had, get to see all the pictures. It makes it worth it for me. So El Paso Comic Con, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be good. It's been good every year. Everybody supports it. I'm hoping you guys support Anime El Paso the same way. Las Cruces Comic Con, very happy with the 2022 turnout, especially after that big hiatus. I'm pretty sure you guys are going to support that one again. And the Horror Fest, I'm hoping my gamble on that works, because I know y'all love horror in this area of the country, and I think especially it being in October, I think is a good one. You get to try out your Halloween costumes early. Yeah, I can't think of anything that I didn't cover. So just look for those announcements for those two cancellations. Well, Patrick Warburton's already been announced. Look for Stephen Ogg. But also remember, we added 3 people. We lost 2, but we added 3. We got Sam Jones, Patricia Patz, and Robert Mukes. Robert Mukes is able to cover that horror genre that we were kind of lacking in, so that's a good one. Patricia Patz, a lot of support for her from Peppermint Patty fans from Peanuts. And Flash Gordon is just, Sam Jones is just amazing all around. So that being said, I think I'm going to log off for the day because I have to go do some yard work. There, we use this hand. So until you see the next live stream, later, nerds.